Alright, so I'm going to do a little quick stream before I go to work. Let's check our auctions. Hopefully we made some money because I really am desperate for money right now. And we didn't make a whole lot of money. That and that. Good. What are we at? 2.12 gold on this particular character. My banker? Zedok Agony. Man. I don't know if it's that everybody's spent their money over the weekend or what, but nobody's buying. I was selling a lot of stuff, and now I'm not selling hardly anything. People are keeping their wallets in their pants. Oh man. What do these look like? A lot of selling something like this depends on it looks so. So we'll put it in for 33. Actually, no, let's do 23 silver. I don't put this in at 22 and hope that a high level doesn't have it. And they just want to come in and buy it real quick. Copper, Jesus. Yes, we are desperate for money. Draco Dragoon. Hold on one second. I think I heard the cat puking. Hold on one second. The cat was just playing. All right. Ooh, 1 gold. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, there's a few auctions. 1 gold, yay! I see few successful auctions. Oh, 63 copper. But there's the big one, the Firefin Snapper. So it looks like we need to do some more fishing, guys. Looks like we're gonna have to do some more fishing. What is this one? This one's what? 16? Oh, yeah.
Well met.
I guess we'll just hold on to that. We're gonna do a lot of fishing, so that might come in handy. I'm gonna sell this. Surprised nobody. Well, it's two van. That's why. Yeah.
Farewell.
Oops.
I buy and trade. Be careful.
Morning, GS. What's up, man? I'm doing a quick. I got a quick stream here for before I go to work, so I can play for about an hour. At least I can get to 25, I guess. It's going good. I wish I didn't have to work today. I could just play WoW. Oh, it's afternoon here. Yeah, it is 8:26 a.m. So. Always, just so you guys know, there's almost always a chest around this little hut. As far as chests in World of Warcraft, the chance that there's going to be a chest around this little hut with Blind Mary is like the highest percentage chance I think of any chest I know in the game almost. That's how often there's chests here. I hope I have a good day at work, but King's Blood. Maybe that'll give me a couple silver. Alright, so we are at 11 gold again. This is good, but maybe I'll buy the tabard. I might buy the tabard today. I'll do some more fishing. I think we'll probably go to Stone Talon Mountains and do some fishing. You know, maybe on my lunch break I'll just fish, and then I can, make some more gold, because it looks like the Firefin Snapper, at least that sold. And I know where to fish that pretty easily, so...
Lovely.
Oh, well, I'll stream on my lunch break probably. Like I'll stream on my lunch break, and then of course I'll stream after work. Oh, I would have played a lot more yesterday, but I had to go look at houses, and actually that turned out to be an epic failure. Thank you, COVID. Thank you, all the idiots, all the morons who can't live in states, right? So I'll tell you something that's really funny. I'm going to stop the music for this. So the problem with buying a house right now is that all the people who live in states that still require you to wear a mask, stupid states like New York, stupid states, right? Because the whole COVID thing is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm fully vaccinated, but I only did it because for my work. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. I'm not really care. I don't really. Death doesn't. I'm not afraid to die. Let's just put it that way. And whatever. I mean, we're all going to get exposed to COVID at some point in time. That there's just no way we're not. And the fact that these states still, with the vaccine being out, still are making people wear masks has actually ruined the housing economy. So bad that, like, if you try to buy a house in Florida right now, it's so bad that so many people are coming in from like other states like California. I think is it Ohio or Oregon, and they're buying everything, and they're even buying it sight unseen, and they're buying it for like $100,000 over the asking price. So Floridians who live here trying to buy houses can't even hardly buy a house because they don't make as much money. The cost of living in New York and California is higher. So these people are coming in with a lot more money, and they're buying up everything. And so I looked at a house yesterday. This house was about $280,000 like 3 weeks ago. It's now $305,000. The lot that it's on, you have to buy the lot, and you can't pick the lot. The lots go up for lottery auction. I mean, look at this, like, freaking capitalistic shit. So the lots go up for auction randomly, like every couple of weeks. They'll put up like 2 lots, and you literally have to go into a bidding war to buy the land, and it's a whopping like 50-foot lot, 50 feet. Starts at $2,000. I asked the guy, I said, well, how much they usually go for? He goes, they usually go for 40 to 50,000. So you're paying $50,000 for 50 feet of land to build your house on, and then the house has gone up to 300. So the house that I wanted to get would have cost me probably would have ended up costing me about $355,000, and I wouldn't have been even able to pick where I wanted to build it. I told the guy, I told him in a nice way, no, thank you. I wanted to say you can take that offer and shove it, because that's some real BS. And this is all because of COVID, So I won't be buying a house right now. I'm going to basically just save my money, and then when the housing market turns around, and hopefully all these asshats who've moved into Florida from other states get sick of the heat and move the fuck out. But it's all because of COVID. It's all because of COVID. It is so freaking stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Anyways, so we're gonna do a few quests here. It's terrible. It's terrible, Reptilian. We have so many people coming in from other states, and it's just like you can blame the government. It's basically the government's fault. Or the people that are still requiring people to wear masks. It's just lunacy. I've always been against masks from day one. I'm sorry. I'm just like whatever. Masks certainly are going to help, but eventually, mostly everybody's going to get exposed. It's just hard not to. It really is. Go get vaccinated, and and just move on, right? What would happen? What would really happen if we had a real epidemic? And I mean a real epidemic. Like something like the Black Plague or something that wipes out even 10% of the global population. Because what did this wipe out? Was it maybe 0.08% or something? It's a very small percentage. In the United States, the percentage of people that die, if you look at the mortality rate of COVID, it's still, the numbers aren't all there, but it's probably somewhere between 2 and 4% or something. Well, the common cold is probably 1 to 1.5% or something. So it's not this unbelievable, diabolical, god awful thing, right? It's not this huge pestilence that, the Black Plague that wiped out 30% of Europe.
Lovely.
So it would just be really horrible if we ever had a pandemic that actually really did wipe out a significant amount of people, 10% of the global population. The world would fall down into darkness, and it would just be a disaster. It would be like The Walking Dead. People would be out with guns shooting people, trying to break into stores, stealing, a pack of gum. It would literally probably get that bad. And it's pretty pathetic. The human race is kind of a joke. Really. The human race is pretty sad. I've always said for years that the planet needs a global pandemic to wipe out about 30% of the population because there's just too many people. Too many people. We're destroying the environment. Hell, we almost destroyed the ozone layer. We're destroying the natural preserves and natural forests, which is basically killing off a lot of the species on the planet. It's just we've created the killer bees, we just it's just ridiculous. Agent Smith from The Matrix said it 100% accurately correct. The human race is a disease. They move to an area, they consume all the natural resources, and they move on.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ooh, I didn't realize we had a talent point. Ooh, man. 5, 6, 7. Oh, so I actually did go with Iron Will. I think I had to go with Iron Will just because I needed the points to get down into the next tree. So we got 5, but we don't really need 10. But I just need some points though. We could drop out of Iron Will and grab some of these other things, I would imagine. Let's... No, it won't let me drop one out of there. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I can't. No. Okay, I guess we are locked into that build, unfortunately. Oh, did I hit 25? I got so riled about the stupid house, I didn't even see it, dude. Didn't even see it. Let's put our double male coif on. Alright, well, we're going to have to go straight into Iron Will. The Iron Will. Man,
Lovely.
I wanted to get closer to 30, but because I couldn't work yesterday, obviously it. I mean, because I couldn't play much yesterday because I had to do other stuff. That impacted how far I could get yesterday. Yeah, but it was ridiculous. And talking to that guy, and I talked to a few other people, trying to buy a house right now is almost lunacy. It's like houses, like if you see a house that's, any house for sale in Florida right now, most of them are selling for like $100,000 more than the asking price. So if someone says they're trying to sell their house for 300 grand, it'll end up going for like over 400 grand, just because there's so many people coming from other states, and they have a lot of money, and they're buying it. They're like buying everything. So yeah, so I'm just waiting. Gonna save all my money, keep improving my credit, and when the housing market turns around, I'll buy a new house. I'll have them build a new house right where I want it. I just hate paying rent because you're just wasting money, Oh, really?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I see that. Oh, shit. Throw your frostbolt. Do it, buddy. Do it. You gonna No, he's not gonna anytime soon. Oh, and I missed again. A nice one, Julian. Nice one. That was so bad. I'm not awake yet. I'm playing like a terrible right now. The battle is just not over. Get in there. Get in there. I think it's best almost with these guys just to ignore the frostbolt. Well, the only thing is they don't have to bandage after every fight. But... yeah. Take that.
Lovely. Lovely.
Oh. Yeah, the worst part is we were out there looking at houses with my wife's parents. They actually wanted to look at the land too. They actually know the builders, and they were like, they kind of laughed when the guy was talking about people doing a bidding war just to get the plot of land and that you wouldn't even have a chance to pick the land you wanted to build on. They were like laughing. They were like, yeah, whatever, we're out of here. Inventory is full already? I guess it is. Certainly don't need any more rough stone. It's worth absolutely nothing. Right? Looks like my inventory has been full for a while.
Lovely.
Nothing like running right through a fence.
Lovely.
No path available. No path available. That was an interesting path. Soon 63? Dude, I wish, man. I can't move. I can't move.
Lovely.
I'm actually really excited for this build, though. The one thing about playing the Warriors, I didn't want to play arms. I really don't like arms. And this build gives me the opportunity to play something that's totally different. And actually it's still not going to be the best build for PvP, but it should still be something that I can deal with. You know, I can still maybe win a few arena matches and get some PvP gear. I don't think we're going to be pulling any gladiator status. But we should be able to win a few matches maybe if I get a good healer on my side, right? The battle isn't over. Questing Zagermarsh? Oh. Yeah, Zangermarsh. Yeah, Zangermarsh isn't too bad. Zangermarsh has a lot of, the questing in Hellfire though is pretty slow because you just don't have any gear. Like unless you went into Hellfire with really great gear from Classic, it's pretty slow. I mean, a lot of people are, cause that's why you see some people doing dungeons, because they say that dungeons are still almost faster than questing. Like if you can just continually do groups, but it's a big execute. But you know, I mean, I'll do dungeons too, because for the gear. I mean, geez, I'll be wanting gear.
Lovely.
Another big execute. Oh yeah, hunters in the Burning Crusade are really fun. I love hunters, but I do love hunters, but I find they're a little boring. Only like when you've played every other class, and you start to realize that hunters they're fun, but they can be a little boring. Just because you know you're just sitting back shooting arrows a lot of times. But hopefully, but if you go with a survival build, it can really liven it up. You know, I like to level survival in TBC, and it's really fun. Hmm. I'd have the silk cloth on that damn spider Ika. Yeah, we can turn these in, and then we can go back to dark. Sorry, Red Ridge. You going BM? Yeah. Yeah, I really love survival because I don't know if you're on a PvP server, but survival is really good in PvP against melee. You know, if you stack, you just want to stack a ton of agility, and you're going to have improved traps. You're going to be able to root a lot of people with your traps. You're going to be able to root people with wing clip, and it's just really nice. Like if you look at, let's see, I don't know. I hope I didn't uninstall. Here, let me check something out here. Did I get a spider sack? No, I didn't, did I? Wait, was my inventory full? Yeah, it was. I've been trying to get Venom Sacks for a while now. This is a large one though. I really need Venom Sacks. This is worth 48. Okay, we can get rid of that.
Can I help you?
Hmm. Hey Robbie, I have not.
Be
I
careful.
have not played any of those games.
Need help? See you around.
I play in the past like 10 years. I play mostly MMOs.
Go with honor, friend. Safe travels.
So if you look at this GS, if you look at this hunter on Atlantis private server, I'll show you my survival build that she has. I haven't logged Atlantis in a long time. It looks like it's a little sad. Like all the private servers, like nobody even plays them anymore, hardly. Oh, there's a few people here, but I did a slash who. It was like nobody. Oh, okay. So Hawkeye, Savage Strikes, improved wing clip, get 20% chance to immobilize targets. Deflection, entrapment, gives your traps a 25% chance to entrap targets. Clever traps, increases the duration of my traps. Deterrence, again, damage mitigation. Increase your chance to parry and dodge by 25% for 10 seconds. Counterattack, a strike that becomes active after parrying 20 seconds. This attack deals 40 damage and immobilizes the target for 5 seconds. So I have so many abilities that allow me to root people and get away, and basically get away from them. And then, of course, Killer Instinct. Increase critical strike damage, Wyvern Sting. Thrill of the Hunt's a good 100% chance to regain 4% of mana anytime you critically hit. Expose Weakness. And Master Tactician. This will increase critical strike chance, and of course, Readiness. So, yeah. Now, we also, where is Surefooted? Surefooted increases the hit chance by 3%, and increases the chance movement pairing effects will be resisted. But where is the other one? This one, Lightning Reflexes. This is really the big one, I think, in the survival tree. Increase your agility by 15%, right? So the more agility you get, the higher your agility is going up. So you really want to push agility. And so right now, if I go into keybind, these things are wrong. But if I go into my monkey, right? My dodge right now it's only 19.11%, which is not good. But eventually, as you level up in survival, you'll even be able to get that up to around 40 or 45%. So when you're going up against warriors and rogues, you're going to be dodging and parrying like half their attacks. It's ridiculous, right? I used to duel rogues all the time in Burning Crusade on my Survival Hunter, and I would beat most of them. And they just hated me. They absolutely hated me. All right, so let's see. Sometimes one thing that I notice with add-ons is a lot of times it does mess with my guild control. Hopefully it's fixed. Wonder. Hmm. We could do it like money. Copper would be the lowest, right? Yeah. Those are the ranks for now. I might change them later. Like, watch, we're gonna demote. We're gonna demote JC. Okay. Did you like that build? Yeah, that's that's a pure like survival build in the sense of survival. I mean, that build is good for PvP. It's good for. I mean, it's not going to do much damage. You're pretty much, your damage is going to increase as you get more agility because it's based on crit, right? It's based on crit chance, and your crits, return mana. So the more crit you have, the more mana you're going to regen, and you're also going to, the more agility you have, the more crit you're going to have, obviously. But also, it stacks with that ability that increases your agility by 50%. So it's exponential. So you just want to push agility as hard as you can. It's infuriating for melee because what happens is all you have to do is get off one frost trap and get them in the frost trap, and at that point it's very difficult for a melee to get to you. Because even if they do, you can just put them to sleep. I mean, you can basically concussive shot them. You can put them to sleep. You can wing clip them, and you can drop down traps that can basically freeze them. You can drop. There's so many ways to root and get away from people that it's very difficult for any melee to. Once you get really good with your build, it's very difficult for melee to kill you. So it's really good for PvP. It's it's a very infuriating build. It's not something you could really arena with that well. You would have to maybe in a threes team it'd be really good. Because you could drop your frost trap down, and your team could work around your frost traps and your roots and stuff to get kills. But and your Wyvernstein obviously putting people to sleep, combining that with some CC rotations to get the kill you're looking for. All right, so we're gonna head to Inventory. Inventory's a mess as always. Why do I even ask that question, right?
Greetings. Light bless you.
Hot spices.
King's honor, friend. Light
Got that. What do I have? Just wondering if I need to go to town. Let's just mail stuff as usual.
Hello. Farewell.
Yeah, you have to buy a lot of arrows. Yep, you will be buying a lot of arrows, and that can be a little costly, but I mean, I like the idea of buying arrows in an MMO. I think it's good, but I think they need to do more with it. I think there needs to be more things to augment arrows, like maybe like alchemy. Like an alchemist should be able to create um, you know, like oil that you could douse your arrows in. So when you use certain abilities, you'd have flaming arrows. There should be more with arrows. Just having to just buy arrows just to buy them so you can shoot arrows is kind of silly. I think in an MMO, I think they definitely should have done more with arrows. And of course, eventually, as you know, WoW gets rid of arrows altogether, which I'd rather have arrows than not have arrows because I just think it brings in a little bit of the realism, more of the immersion. But I also think that arrows should not be a separate bag slot. I think that your quiver is where your arrows go, and your quiver is on your back, so it shouldn't really be. And I don't think we should have bags. I mean, I kind of like how Skyrim does it. Like you have a certain amount of inventory, and then you have like different types of backpacks you can get, and the backpacks have a lot more spaces. So, I mean, I like how some games do it. Like, what was that one game? I can't remember the name of it, but it was kind of a pretty cool game, where the bigger your backpack, the more it affects your like, excuse me, more it affects like your agility. So your dodge would go down, stuff like that. I think that's a pretty neat system. It was a game where, like, in the middle of combat, you'd literally throw your backpack to the ground just because you didn't want it to negatively impact your, your movement. There's a lot of stuff that survival games have, a lot of mechanics that survival games have that I wish MMOs had. The problem is, and this is what's going to make me lose subscribers. Dude, I don't need Bagnon. Like, this drives people crazy. You guys have OCD, man. People get OCD and they this drives them nuts. When I look at my bags like this, to me it's no different than Bagnon. All I see are the slots in the bags. I don't see all the other stuff. So it doesn't bother me at all. And I've been using bags in WoW ever since, day one. Ever since beta WoW, when I played beta WoW in 2004. So, yeah, I'm just used to it. I don't install Bagnon because I don't think I need the add-on to eat up extra memory this doesn't bother me at all. It bothers a lot of people. And also, to me, this looks more like WoW. Bagnon doesn't look like World of Warcraft to me. I try to not do too many add-ons if I can help it. I just don't need it.
You need something?
But I understand why it would bother some people because they're just used to,
See you later.
they're used to having it. Hey man, I'm a stubborn one. I'm used to using the bag, so it doesn't bother me. It's to me it's not worth, it's like not even worth the amount of memory it takes. It's like I said, my eyes can see all these. To me, this is one bag, really. When I look at all these bags open, to me, I see it as pretty much one bag. And I have there's a strategy to how I lay out my stuff. I mean, these are all buffs, generally. These are buffs or things that are on-use items. And then down here, it's just, food and, stuff that I need, like my skinning knife. Actually, I don't need the skinning knife anymore, because I dropped skinning. That's a good thing I looked at that. We'll see. We'll see if this guy's got a bronze tube. I doubt. I probably should just buy it. I think I could do the tabard. It's gonna make me completely broke, guys. But why don't we go ahead and get the guild tabard before I go to work? Yeah, I mean, I have like I do like how Blizzard later down the road had the option to give each bag like a role. Like, this is trade items. This is craft, material crafting, and you know what I mean, and like gear. I wish they had that in here, because I would just say, some of these I could just make like gear and stuff, and I think that helps a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers a lot of people. A lot of people are like, "Oh, dude." There's even like some other ones. One guy, I told him, I said, "Well, I don't like Bagnon because it doesn't look really WoW to me. It doesn't really look like the WoW, like World of Warcraft." And he gave me another add-on, which was a little bit better, but it still wasn't what I wanted. Come on, give me a bronze tube. Oh, you bastard. Wait, there it is, bronze tube. It's bronze, isn't it? I think it is.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a bronze tube.
Good day to you. Off and away.
Oh, I hope it is after I bought it, right? Bronze tube. I know it's got to be a bronze tube. What is that quest called, even? There, bronze tube. Sweet.
I've the finest wares in the land.
Thanks for the sub, dude. Sorry, my stream elements is still screwed up since I upgraded. Otherwise, my alerts would be showing on stream, but they're effed up right now. I gotta fix that. I'm lazy.
Keep your feet on the ground.
That's why I don't have more subscribers, because I'm lazy. I don't put up my webcam. I could. One of these days, I always say that I'm gonna put up my webcam. Maybe I'll do it this week. Let me check my bag. I really want to get some more money, you know? But I want to go ahead and greet the guild tabard. Why not? But then it's 10 gold. Oh, 10 gold. Ouch. It's 11 gold because I got to buy the tabard, right? I have some loyal viewers. I mean, there's one guy, Chris, used to come and watch my stream all the time, and he disappeared, which is kind of made me sad because he was a nice person. He would come and watch all the time. I haven't seen Chris in forever. And there's a few others like Cirilla, and I haven't seen him in a while. But that's the way it is. People watch your stream, and then they move on, do other things. They disappear. But of course, I appreciate any loyal viewers that that'll come back and watch. So there's a couple tabards I was thinking about going with for the guild. Let's take a look at them real quick. I'd say the one bad thing about this server is it is fairly, it's not super crowded. There's plenty of auctions in the auction house, but there's not as much gold on this server as there is on Grobulus, right? Grobulus was ridiculous because there were too many people buying it. There were too many gold sellers, too many gold buyers. I mean, people were rich on Grobulus. People were boosting like crazy. People had ridiculous amounts of gold. People were buying gold like crazy. So you could sell stuff really easy because everybody was just loaded with money. It was unbelievable. People going around paying 4,000 gold for stuff. It's like, come on,
Need help?
I mean, we could go with a blue tabard, but I don't know. I don't really like. I don't think I'm gonna go with blue. I just love black tabards. They just look good. There's two different icons I was thinking about for the guild. There's this one right here. This one? Not this one. Sorry, not that one. This one. But that would be a very dark tabard. And that doesn't really show up that well. You want gold? Well, it's blue dragon, so I kind of wanted blue in there, but gold will show up a lot better. But people are going to be like, well, it's a blue dragons, but you got like sort of a dragon-looking thing on your tabard that's not blue. You know what I mean? But yeah, gold looks great, right? Like, here's gold. Black and gold looks awesome. You can see it looks really good. And then the other icon I thought about going with was... Actually, I don't even remember seeing this one. That's weird looking. I mean, you could go with something like this one, but I don't even know what that's supposed to be. That looks like freaking Pac-Man or something. Oh, where's the other one? There's also the other dragon, but it's a weird looking dragon. There's this one, which is kind of like a creepy looking. Here, let's look at the back. This one's interesting. It's almost like the skull. It almost looks like the skull of a dragon, except the teeth aren't right. Right? But the eyes and the head almost look like a dragon, don't you think? Like the skull of a dead dragon or something. Yeah, blue doesn't stand out much. Right? Now you could go, like I said, with a blue tabard. Yeah, blue just does not stand out, unfortunately. But you could go, like I said, we could just do straight up blue tabard. Ooh, that's not bad. Not a huge fan of white tabards, though. And then the other dragon is so weird looking because he's got these horns. He looks like a goat dragon. Let me show you the goat dragon. He's coming up, I think. Here, this one. It's like a goat dragon. Look at that. Come on, turn around, girl. All right, fishy. I didn't get very far in the Warlock series, man. I have a hard time leveling Warlocks. I always struggle with Warlocks. Good class, great class, but I think it's the pet management maybe. Actually, I think a lot of it was the slowness of the cast. Like the casting over time is like drain life, drain mana. Sometimes, and not. I don't have a problem with those spells, but the way they like are really easy to get them interrupted and stuff. I don't know. They just don't feel as the mechanics are a little bit off. I think there's a little bit of delay on the cast. Maybe it's not as it's reduced with the spell bashing now as being reduced, so it might not be so bad in TBC. Here's a blue tabard with a golden goat dragon. What do you think about that, GS? The worst part is whatever I pick, it's not like I'm going to change anytime soon. It's freaking 10 gold, right? And then we can go with a border. 10 out of 10. You're kind. I think you're being too kind. I don't really like the Billy Goat Dragon, the Goat Dragon. It's kind of weird. Yeah, you like the go. It's kind of a weird thing. Okay, so there's the. What, you like that, JC? You like this one? You like the blue tabard with the gold dragon? We could do the white dragon too. Oops, sorry. Actually, the white one isn't bad. I don't know. Black, you want the black border? I don't like to mix 3 colors on tabards because they generally make it harder to match gear, and it also doesn't usually work that well. Like if you go with, I mean, you could do a black border. How about? It looks okay. I generally don't like the border. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't do much for the tabard to have a border unless it kind of matches the color. Like if you go with, you can see all these borders look pretty crappy. You know, you could go with a lighter blue color border if you wanted to do a, like, here's a lighter blue color kind of, or this one. Then you could go with, something like, the bones look bad because they get stretched in the bottom of the tabard. And you could go with something like this where you've got like a lighter blue color if you want, like this, see that? Which looks okay. It's not amazing. And if we go back to the gold. Now, keep in mind, it just looks good because I have gold armor on, so let's get rid of that. I don't want the armor I'm wearing to really affect what you think of the tabard, right? And I just happen to have armor that's blue, which is funny. My armor is blue. So it actually kind of looks good with the tabard. So we have this one, which doesn't look bad, right? And then we also have the background where we could go with the black, right? Which should be this. Actually, I actually like the blue better. I mean, especially since we're blue dragons, I actually think the blue looks better. I don't like the border. Sorry, guys. I really don't like the border. I usually get rid of the border by doing this. That something like that. I mean, you still have a border. It's just this kind of interesting little, breakaway in the edges. You got this little weird pattern, you know, but it's very subtle, you know. Now that looks pretty good. Just the pure black with the gold. Black always looks good on a tabard, and black's good because it tends to match with almost all the gear you have, right? But I don't like it because the name of the guild is Blue Dragons, and there's no blue. Your tabard should have blue in it if your guild name's Blue Dragons, right? So that's what I don't like about that. There's an interesting gold border with the gold dragon. I just really want the dragon to be blue. It's killing me. Blue dragons. And if you look at the guild ranks, blue is like the highest rank outside of guild leader, so the dragon should be blue, damn it. I guess I should, you know what? I should have named the guild Gold Dragons. But I just like Blue Dragons. It just sounds better. And that was the guild I was in Lineage 2 back way, way, way back when. Honestly, the only one even blue even comes out on is really white. And well, there's a darker blue. It doesn't even show up. Yeah, so that's just not even an option. Green shows up. Black still looks better. I just know people are going to make fun of the tabard. They're going to be like, your guild name's Blue Dragons, but you've got a gold dragon on your tabard. I could just hear it already. Oh, man. I can hear that already, man. Fuck the haters. Well, we could go with blue. Blue and black. It's just very subdued. It's hard to see. Border, logo, and tabard, all different shades of blue. Well, the blue doesn't look too bad on the black. It's just a little hard to see. But I mean, you can definitely see there's a blue dragon here. Right? And then we could do a blue border here. I think a blue border on the black might look good, right? Actually, we already had blue. Let's go with... It's kind of an interesting... still, it's very hard to see the dragon. There's the white one. But I've never been a huge fan of white. Let's try your blue idea. We need maybe like a. We go with a dark blue, or maybe a light. What'd you say? What's NGL? What is NGL? Oops. Not gonna lie. Oh, white plus blue you liked? I think white is the only tabard color where the blue dragon would actually stand out. You know, where the dragon would actually kind of stand out and kind of pop a little bit. So let me go back to the white. Like I said, I just have a really hard time creating a tabard for a guild called Blue Dragons when the dragon on the tabard isn't blue. That just really bugs me. Ooh, the red. Ooh. But blue just does not stand out on anything other than white. Okay, so here's the white one. That's not bad. I just, you know, white doesn't go well with gear, but it's not bad, right? I mean, it's at least it stands out, right? You get. And as far as the border, I think with the white you have to have a border, I think. So the borders could be this little block border, or you could go with this one, which I think the block border works best. You also have the bones, but I'm not a fan of the bones because they always get stretched out. So yeah, to me this one's the best, probably the best one. And then let's see. Now this is a different color of blue, but that doesn't really match the other blue. But let's see if the border. Here we go. Now there's this one, but I actually don't like this blue color as much as the previous one. What do you guys think? It's a little darker. It's a little darker, but I think I like this color a little better. It's not the coolest tabard. I must apologize. Normally I like black tabards. We could do like so there's either like this tabard or we could just say fuck it and go with the gold dragon and the black tabard, which it's either this tabard or the black tabard with the gold dragon, which I think is the coolest looking one, honestly. So it's either this one or we can just say fuck it and do the one that looks the best in my opinion, which is this one. So you guys let me know what you think. Blue dragons with a gold dragon on their tower. I should have named it. You know, if I was thinking, I guess I could have named the guild gold dragons. It actually would have made more sense as far as the guild ranks too, because gold is higher than. Ah, screw it. I've never had a white. I don't go with white tabards that often, so we'll just go white and be done with it. When I get 10 gold down the road, we can always change it if we don't like it, or if you guys donate money and stuff. You like the black and gold more? Yeah, I figured. I think everybody probably would like the black and gold more. There is one other option, if you guys are not tied to the billy goat, the goat dragon, and that's this other one. Which actually I thought looked decent in blue. This one. And that's this guy. Kind of weird looking. Here, this one. You just have this kind of very subtle, you know, kind of like teeth and face with some sort of an interesting symbol. You know, it's very subtle. So that's another option. But that would allow us to have the blue plus the black. But you probably like the dragon better, the goat dragon. I'm pissed. I wish I would have named the guild gold dragons. Then I could have went with the gold and it would have matched up. I might just say bump it and go with the blue the logo anyway and just say screw it. Bump it. Yeah, I think the goat looks better. I agree. I think the goat dragon looks better.
Be careful.
I always forget when you hide the UI, it does that.
Hope you find something.
We could go with this one, which is a blue goat dragon on black. It's a little hard to see, but at least it's a blue dragon. This is the so we have three options. We got this one, the gold dragon on this tabard, and then the white tabard. I think those are the three options that to me make the most sense. At least this one's a blue dragon. You know? What do you think, GS? Do you like this one better or the white one with the blue dragon better? Because I don't think I can do the gold dragon. I just don't think I can do it. Because too many people are going to be like, why is your guild called Blue Dragons, but you got a gold fucking dragon on your tabard? Oh, you would save up gold to 30 to get the mount? You guys don't want a guild tabard? Ooh. White. Oh. Oh, you won't? Look at that one. With the white on white with the blue. That's interesting. I have an interesting tabard. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Yeah. I kind of like this one. This one I think is pretty cool. Don't you? I think that one's pretty neat. I think that's pretty cool looking. That one surprised me. I did that and I was like, "Ooh, wait a minute. That's pretty neat." I might go with this one. You wish you had NA? Yeah, I think this one's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's now that one stands out. That one looks like a proper tabard for a guild called Blue Dragons. Nope. Oops, I bought it. Oops.
Looking for something specific? Light bless
Yeah, I like this one. This one's cool, man. That's a cool tabard. That's a very cool tabard. Yeah. I'm digging that. That's good. I'm really happy I found that one because I was struggling. Yeah, now I'll say, yeah, I'm not worried about the money because what we're gonna do is we're gonna fish. We're gonna do some serious fishing. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try to fish my way. But yeah, that tabard, I think that tabard is really cool. Actually, this one really surprised me, especially the back of the tabard. Like when you're walking away from people, that is neat looking.
Hello.
And it matched. And I got the blue hair, so now I'm really happy I went with blue hair with my character because it matches my tabard. I didn't do that on purpose, but it works out good. So, yep.
Safe travels.
Check this out. Boom. Now it's time to fish. We're gonna fish up the gold for the mount. We're gonna fish up gold for a mount. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? Maybe we can fish up a mount. How about that? Wouldn't that be cool? Ooh, rain. I love the rain. I love the rain. That tabard looks awesome. I'm so happy with that tabard. People are going to be jealous, man. Then you're like, I want to be in that guild. So that's what you want with the tabard. You want it to look so good that people are going to be like, man, I wish I was in that guild. Hey there. Can I join your guild? Look at that. Look at that gorgeousness. Look at that. Look at that beauty.
Ishnu Allah. Good luck, friend.
All right, let me log into work. I gotta work, guys. I have to work, unfortunately. I will come back at lunch and stream for an hour, but it's just gonna be me fishing, basically. So, because I need to make money. You know, honestly, I should have just put in for like a day off this week. Because since my wife was like busy watching her sister's house, I could have put in for like a day off of work and just had no distractions, just to like level all day long. Now you'll be here, cool, cool. I can't believe I found that tabard. That is sick. Is there anybody even on? Just me. I'll have to create the guild rules and all that. I gotta catch up to the reptilian. Alright, log into work. I gotta work. Time to make the donuts. I was a little bit late logging into work, but I see there's only one person. People are always a little bit slow getting into work on Mondays. I work 8 hours a day. So I usually log on around 9:30 and work till like 6 to 6:30. But I work on every like one weekend of every month I work to because we push out like releases and stuff. And there's usually days where I end up working longer hours. So I don't usually mind cutting my days short around 7 hours and 45 minutes because I always make up the time. I actually more than make up the time usually. Look at how cool that tabard is, man. A wily Fey Dragon. Not just a Fey Dragon, a wily Fey Dragon. Okay. Looking at for today. One of the nice things about everybody being out in the Burning Crusade is, leveling is pretty easy. There's not much competition for items, and gathering has been really great. And there's ore everywhere because there's so few people out there in the low level areas. That just means that the Burning Crusade areas are going to be really bad for gathering and stuff. They're going to be so swamped. I have 99 silver. Nice. 99 silver. I'm so broke, dude. Yeah, leather is such a steady stream. Like you'll always sell leather. Leather is so easy to sell. I don't really know why, but it is. I don't know what people are doing with all that leather. One of the things I would do to an MMO is I would add the option to have multiple. I would have the option to have 2 or 3 guild tabards saved, so you can swap. But the guild tabards would like the logo would be locked in, so like this dragon would have to be used for all 3 tabards. But you could change, and then the border would be locked in, but you could change the colors. That way you could have 3 different tabards with different colors. You could have like I could have one that's black with a white dragon, blue with white tabard, and you can mix and match, and that way you could just swap in and out different tabards, but they're the same crest and the same design. I think that would always been a nice option to have in MMOs, which I've never seen that one before. I'd put that in my MMO. They might have it though, because they have there's a lot of MMOs that have dyes and stuff like that. So it's kind of almost like dyeing your tabard, I guess. If you think about it that way. This guy's elite, rare elite. Look at that. I don't think I can take out a 27 rare lead. And no, he'd kick my butt. There's just something about the name Blue Dragons. I don't know what it is. Like, I've played in a lot of MMOs, and I've seen that guild, several times. And it's just better than Gold Dragons. Maybe it's just the way the words roll off your tongue. Blue Dragon. I don't know. It just is cool. Maybe it's because the first guild I ever was in MMO was Blue Dragons. I don't know. But when you hover over my name and you see the tooltip and it says Everbright and it's the guild Blue Dragons, it's just cool. You're like, ooh, Blue Dragons. That sounds kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. I'm very fantasy. I'm very fantasy based. Like to me, I grew up playing fantasy, playing Dungeons and Dragons. Reading comic books like Conan and stuff. Red Sonja. So I love fantasy stuff. And you can't get more fantasy than dragons. Why am I going? Yeah, okay. There for a second, I thought I was going the wrong direction. It's because I'm looking at email. This Power BI. I didn't know I had a Power BI workspace. Really? Anyways, I'm gonna jump onto work here, and I'm just trying to get this character to the fishing hole.
What's up? Keep it real.
I should have grabbed the other quest to kill these guys down here. Oh well. This one. The Gnome's Respite. What is Cat's Pipe Task? I don't... 28 plus. I'm not familiar with that one. Weird. I got disconnected. from my work. That's weird. So this is where we're gonna get our money. Which right now, I don't know how good of an option this is. I'm hoping that people keep buying this stuff, but I don't know if they will. Basically right here. Here. Yeah. You'll see that when you fish here, you pretty much just get firefin snapper. I wish you'd get... It used to be that you'd see quite a few floating wreckages in this water, but I didn't see any the last time I looked. Oh, well, we got the watertight trunk, but I didn't see any. Now, the watertight trunks are good because we'll get, you know, we might get something good. This is crap, though. But you can get, like, silk cloth and stuff. I'm just going to take a quick peek. There's another one over there. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to log out, guys. I got to go to work. But I'll be back at lunch, and I'm just going to do a fishing lunch where I fish for like an hour. And I got to hit it. I can't help it. I got to tap this one. And then we'll just fish. And hopefully I can make back the money I just spent on the guild tabard. Alright, you too, GS. I'm gonna grab something to eat, I'm hungry. You ding 63? Grats, dude. Grazie. I put up quite a few auctions. I mean, hopefully some of them will sell. You know, it's so hard for me to stop playing when I see all these pools. I could try selling some of my black labeled stuff, but nah. Alright, this is the last pool I'm gonna fish. The watertight trunk. Some stuff in here. See, look, medium leather, that's worth money. That's another way you can make money off fishing, is these... Another watertight trunk, is these trunks, if they drop medium leather, that's really good, because medium leather sells for quite a bit. Alright, I'm out of here. But see, even in just the few minutes I was fishing, I easily probably made like anywhere from 30 to 50 silver, I would say, in just those couple minutes. Between the, you know, the medium leather, some of the other things, and then, you know, the firefin snapper. Look at that cool guild tabard. Where did that come from? We'll check the bank, check my banker, see if she sold anything real quick. And of course, no. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Have a good day.